guys. So something to ponder on is how many of us are in our bodies. How many of us can answer the question, how are you feeling in your body? So something to ponder on. This week I've been in Canada doing a training, and the training that I'm currently doing is called the Rubenfeld Synergy Training. And it's for me to be a synergist and to be like a therapist, and have clients and work through their stuff. Hey Angie, I miss you too. Wanted to pop on here and just talk out loud and share. So the question that I asked before you got in here, Angie, was if we know how to be in our bodies and if we know how to answer what we feel in our bodies. And one of the things that I've been learning the last couple of years is how to be in my body. And what do I mean by that? The way that I can explain it right now is how to be with our pelvis, how to be with our heart, how to be present with the different parts of our bodies and all of them all together, and the feelings that arise, the emotions, the tension, the just being present, even if it's joy or happiness, and just being with it. And most of us just daily are always in our heads of what to do and how to do it and what are people thinking of us and the judgments that we have of ourselves, and just there's so much going on here the whole time. So this week and whenever I go to Canada and do this training, it's like a zoop, really present in my body. And I've been a client of this practice for a very long time, and through my beautiful therapist and through this practice, I've been able to really connect to myself in a way that I really haven't before, and I've been able to just process the things in my life that I didn't even know were present in my body, or that were painful still, or that I was holding on to. So one of the things that I would love to share, so stay tuned for this, is like my biggest pain, my biggest wound in my life, and how my therapist and this practice really guided me and helped me go really with it, through it, to really be present with that wound. And I don't want to say like help me get out of it, because that's not what happened, but kind of guided me really gently to go through it and to heal. And now I have a totally different feeling in my body, in my heart, with that, and also a totally different perspective. And a couple months ago, I almost did a video, or I was going to do a live video of this, and my biggest wound is being relinquished, being given up by my birth parents, and how I didn't know, and it had such a huge effect in me when I found out the truth when I was like 10 years old. And I never knew that that moment in my life affected so many things that 25, 21, 18-year-old me was still, in a way, manifesting or living through, even subconsciously. So stay tuned for that, because I would love to share that story. And yeah, and I really want to share it too, because I know there's people out there who have similar experiences. And just with my own research on when I was going through it and looking it up, and like, what does it do to a baby, to a toddler? What does it do to the brain, the body, and how does it affect their lives? I know I'm not the only one. So yeah. Angie asked, how was your trip? It was awesome. It was really, really nice. Thank you for asking. It was really nice. One, because of the training, right? Like how I mentioned. So it was a lot of just doing work every day in terms of being present in my body. And I love learning. So it was a lot of learning and we had practice clients, and some of them were our just peers within the same group, and some of them were also just strangers that participated, that volunteered, and that was pretty cool. It was very, I want to say special in some ways, but it's very like a secret space. So it felt very, like I felt a lot of gratitude being able to be there with their own sensations and their own bodies. Yeah, just being present with them in that space. And I have so much to share about it too, like what I've learned through it. But yeah, it was great. Like, oh my God, the trees are orange and yellow and they're falling. And if you live in Orange County, we don't really have that. So by the time when we were coming home, it started to snow a little bit. So yeah, it was awesome. It was great. And no, I haven't been to Oregon yet. And I say yet because my partner and I want to go visit in January, I think, to Bend, Oregon, just for the weekend. So Angie, maybe I'll reach out to you. I know you live in Oregon, right? But yeah, so yeah, that's what I've been up to this week, guys. Let me know what you guys have been up to. Angie, I miss OC sometimes. What do you miss the most, Angie? I know when I lived in Vietnam, what I missed the most was like the beach. The beach and, of course, my family. But definitely the beach. Yeah. Angie, I've seen videos. Oh, you're in North Bend. That's so crazy. We've been looking into Bend, Oregon, like on YouTube and stuff. And it's so funny. A lot of people describe it as its own little island. And how it's very far away from, like, the big city, like 3 hours away, 4 hours away. But I miss the beaches. Yeah. Oh, and the malls. Yeah, one of the girls that we were watching said that the mall, like, to go shopping was, like, 3 hours away. How they have their own kind of, like, boutique places, but, like, a Target or, like, some of the name brand malls that we would find here, like, just around the corner. It's, like, 3 hours away in Bend. Look up Bandon, Oregon. Okay. I'll look it up. Bandon. I'll text you just to make sure Bandon, Oregon, that I remember. Okay, so I want to pull out one of these cards because that's what I was doing before I went on my little trip. And stay tuned because there's more videos coming up. Okay. So this is Who Are You? 50 cards for the mind, body, and soul. Let's see. Oh, and I wanted to share, for those who don't know what the Rubenfeld Synergy Method or practice is, I want to share it with you guys. I've shared it before. I think I had a tea time about this. And I'm going to share the definition from this book, The Listening Hand, by Ilana Rubenfeld. So, it says here, the Rubenfeld Synergy Method, created by Ilana Rubenfeld in the 1960s, is an elegant, powerful system that integrates bodywork, intuition, and psychotherapy. Memories and emotions stored in our bodies can result in energy blocks and imbalances. Rubenfeld Synergy utilizes talk, movement, awareness, imagination, humor, and compassionate touch as gateways, contacting and melting frozen tensions and emotions, freeing the body from pain and the mind from suffering. Yeah. So, stay tuned. Stay tuned. Okay, so that's what it is. Super fucking powerful. If I could, yeah. Okay, let's see. So, who are you? Ta-da! So it says here, possibilities and potential. Ooh, okay. Hey, I don't know how to say that. But hi, I see you. Okay. So if you could choose to live anywhere in the world, where would it be and why? Ah, we were just talking about Canada and Bend and Oregon and Bandon. Okay. So if you could choose to live anywhere, where would you live? Angie, if you're still here. And why? if I could choose anywhere, right now it would be Canada. So right now it would be Goderich, Canada. And why? Because it feels like home. It really, really does. I would go there because there's a presence and stillness to it. And there's a calmness to it. And it's filled with beautiful trees, and there's a beach, and it just feels very still. So that would be like a very nice place to make home. Angie said Italy. It's beautiful and I love pasta. Heck yeah. I feel like Italy has the best pastas in the world, and I haven't even been to all around the world, but I agree. Italy too actually would be a place to live. I love their architecture. So for me, it's like it'd be super cool to just always be walking, and then every building is different every single time. And there's like gelato places everywhere, and that also has like a very peaceful slowness kind of vibe to it. In Italy, actually, that's where I learned, because I've been there, I don't know if you know, but I went to Italy to study abroad a couple years ago for the summer. It was like a month. And that's when I learned, or kind of like my bubble was bursted. I thought success was like money and like more schooling and how can I get this? It was just very materialistic. And I went to Italy. It was this thought of like, oh my God, like it's not just work. It's not just materialistic. It's not just some money. Like there's being with friends and family, and there's like the now. And I never thought about being present like that ever. Maybe when I was a kid, but yeah, totally busted my bubble on a lot of my beliefs. Even religion too, actually. Okay, that's like a whole other tea talk, or a whole other talk. Okay, so Angie said, when do you come to Oregon, come visit the coast? Oh, okay. I'll text you. I'll totally keep you updated. My partner and I are really kind of like, oh, let's do it in January. So we have like a little plan set up on how we can go for the weekend. Just for the weekend. So I'll definitely text you and keep you updated so we can maybe have lunch or something. I'd love to meet your kids. So, okay. So I'm going to close my little video now. Thank you, Angie, for coming in and joining me on my random little live. Stay tuned. Oh yeah, there's also Pillow Talk this Tuesday at Body Studios in Anaheim at 12:30 p.m. So if there is something that you're going through, and Angie, we also do this through Zoom if you're interested, but if you're going through something, and if it's something that you want to process with people, or just with me, sometimes it's just me, if it's something that you want to process out loud, or if you feel alone, if you want community or unity, if you're just feeling down, come and join me for Pillow Talk on Tuesday, 12:30. It's a free event. However, I do accept donations. And yeah, I always have fun stuff to do. We have like these cards. Sometimes I have little worksheets for us to work on, or just some type of activity. And sometimes we just talk. And talk also feels very, very good. So yeah. Much love. If you're interested, and if you're not in Orange County area, let me know and I'll send you the Zoom link as well. So Body Studios in Anaheim. Oh, you work on Tuesdays. Oh, what about 6:30? I'm trying to take a little poll because there's some people who can make it to 12:30. So I'm trying to take a poll like, oh, does 6:30 work? I used to have 6:30, but then we took that out. And so I'm trying to just like, does it work? Does it still work? Okay. I'll text you. Much love if you're seeing this afterwards. Much love, guys. And thank you for watching. Bye.